Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. And you take a look at this home team. They're still struggling, trying to string something together, getting a lot of wins. The competition, though, so tough. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Andrew Wiggins. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Thompson. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Robinson in at the 5 spot. Jock Landale's out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Jones. Then it's Lou Dort. And it's Kolek in at the 1 spot. And do you figure, Tim, we're at that point in the season now where we can really evaluate who the top teams are?
Well, Kevin, I don't think there's any question about it. There are a handful of teams we knew coming into the season would be at the top. But now, as you look, there are additional teams starting to open our eyes, and we're going to have to wait and see what happens with the trade deadline to see who can make a move to close that gap at the top.
And one of the beauties of an 82-game schedule, right? You have a long time to prove yourself.
No doubt about it. There are phases to an NBA season. We're about to enter the most important one.
Caruso, good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
Pass to Kuzma. Wiggins with some nice D. Caruso against Dort. Thompson outside. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Outside, Dort. Kuzma kicks to Jones. Dort a screen on Caruso. Back to Kuzma. Bucket is good.
And beating solid D. Kuzma, what we call a new age force. Scores inside and out and plays with a little swagger.
Now here's Schroeder. Last time 14 points for him. Thompson for the triple. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Jones. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
And, Tim, you look at some of the advanced metrics. Alex Caruso is one of the best defenders in the modern era.
Yeah, Kevin, that impact is rare for a guy who is 6'5", but he grew up on the court in College Station, Texas. Basketball is in his veins. You can't have a better start than that, connecting on 4 of your first 5 field goal attempts.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Kolek. 5 on the clock. There's a good screen. A wide open look here for Kuzma. It's good from long range. Kuzma's got 5 points so far.
And he's what I call a prepared shooter. With strong fundamentals, Kuzma is a capable threat from the perimeter.
Now here's Caruso. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. For the 3, trains it from beyond the arc. Caruso's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth, it is really competitive out there.
Now here's Kuzma. He has 5. That's his 4th miss from the floor. He's made 2 of his shots. Pass to Schroeder. Thompson from long range. They get it again. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Yeah, Wiggins is a big, active wing, and that time he used his size and athleticism to give his team a second chance.
Here's Dort. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Pass to Jones. Landale with the bounce pass. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Well, his poor shooting hasn't helped them much, but you can't point the finger solely at him for why they're behind.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense. And one of the few bright spots of their last season was sweeping the season series in this matchup.
While we can, let's have a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who have been the most efficient scorers in the NBA this month. Number 1, Mitchell Robinson.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
Here's Kuzma. He's got 5. Pass to Dort. Here's Landale, guarded by Robinson.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And he can extend the lead to double digits. Gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Jones, and Jones with the stuff.
And you know, good things happen when you keep your head up like Kuzma did there.
Gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Here's Caruso. A three-pointer off the mark. Gone 4 attempts shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Pass to Dort. Kuzma with the screen for Dort. Kuzma inside. Covered by Wiggins, and the shot is good.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Schroeder dishes to Wiggins. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Schroeder from deep three-point territory. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Pass to Kola. Outside, Dort. Kuzma outside. Dort is screen on Wiggins. Here's Kuzma. And a miss there on the triple. Kuzma's gone 1 of 4 from distance. Outside Robinson. Pass to Thompson. Jones against Caruso. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Colette grabs the miss. Now Kuzma. Over Wiggins. The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got 9. There's Schroeder. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
And it could have been a lot closer than it was down the stretch, though. They were terrific.
Well, that's what great teams do. They lock in and protect their lead as that clock is winding down.
See the stat sheet here for Lou Dort.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Monk finds Struce. And here is Williams. Monk, no one around him. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
They now take the lead. Dort's got 6 points.
And the three-point shot wasn't always there for Dort, but he's put in a ton of work on it, and it showed.
Monk for 3, hits the three-point bomb.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And good that time.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Hey, yo, right here.
Pass to Green. Now Monk. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. 5 to shoot. This one for 3. Kuzma pulls it in. Gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Oh, the great thing about Kuzma is he's so well-rounded. He can do a little bit of everything on the floor.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Kuzma. And both free throws good for Kuzma. Doing well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Struce passes to Monk. Barnes outside. Shoots the 3. Langdale grabs the miss.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for 2, Colette.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. Here's Monk. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Offensive rebound. Williams gets the bucket.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Pass to Kuzma. Down low. Here's Landale. Oh, he misses the dunk.
And, you know, you can see in his eyes, he knows that is not a dunk he should have missed.
That one good for two. Monk's got 5 now.
And how committed is Monk there on the attack to the rim? When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to take it all the way.
Taken away by Williams. And here's Strus for 3. And it's Williams with the jam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
Green, no luck.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
The wide open shot from Strus. Oh, good with the triple. Gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. And he banks in the layup. Pretty efficiently out there. It is in 48% in the first quarter. Monk looking around, buries it down low. He has 7.
And he's far from the biggest player, but Monk knows he has what it takes to score from there.
Pass to Landale. He takes it in. A nice shot by Spencer.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Monk. Lets a floater go, and the layup is up and in.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Now, here's Kuzma. Puts up a 3. Can't hit that one. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Up 3. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
They needed a jolt from that second unit, and that's exactly what they got.
They've got Klay Thompson. Wiggins is out there with Robinson. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Caruso in at the small forward position. Here's Sensabaugh. Vanderbilt, a screen on Thompson. Sensabaugh, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Caruso kicks it over to Schroeder. Robinson up top. Pass to Thompson. Pocket 6. Here's Schroeder. That shot is off. Great D that time from Green. Being at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Here's Sensabaugh. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
At the line for 1, Sensabaugh.
One shot.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about the upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you very much for the report. Robinson with the block. On the wing, Wiggins. Vanderbilt defending, and it's denied. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Spencer. Here's Sensabaugh. Covered by Wiggins. Here's Sensabaugh. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And it's Green missing. They've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Can't believe he missed that. Looked like a loss of focus.
Here's Sensabaugh. Takes the 3. No good that time. 47% from the floor. Getting it done. To the middle. Schroeder outside. Driving to the basket. Here's Robinson. It's hauled in by Cornette.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Spencer, the pass to Green. Here's Spencer. Vanderbilt with the screen. Drains the three-pointer. Spencer's got his second bucket of the night. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league.
And it's Schroeder in the corner. Pass to Robinson, and finished off by Robinson.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Spencer, the pass to Cornette. Outside, Jones. Back to Dort. Over Thompson. Dort misses. Gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Here's Schroeder. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Well, that's what you're trying to do offensively. Get a shot close to the rim.
Gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Kuzma. For 3. Caruso grabs the miss.
Yeah, another miss from downtown this quarter after being hot in the first.
Thompson. Good D by Jones. In 43% from the field. And he's still going, but Tim, Klay Thompson has always been celebrated for his run with the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, Kevin, 4 titles, 5 All-Star appearances, 37 points in a quarter. Klay and Steph comprising quite possibly the greatest backcourt tandem in league history.
Now here's Wiggins. 11 points last game. Schroeder setting the pick for Thompson. No good on the triple.
Well, despite this lead, he hasn't found the sweet spot yet. It's been mostly sour, actually.
Pass to Cornette. Here's Spencer. Now Jones from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Jones has got 5 points so far.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Wiggins. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
and they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Dort, trailing by 2. Jones with the screen on Thompson. Here's Dort. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Lift off, Mr. Dort. A one-way ticket to the rim.
As we canvass the league and look at the landscape, some tremendous young talent on the wing, Tim. Who might be the best wing player 5 years down the road, say?
Well, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now because of the skill, the athletic ability, and then the competitive desire. I think he wants to be great. You'd also look at guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, certainly. And then you've got a guy like Cade Cunningham in Detroit, who hasn't even started to scratch the surface.
Boy, you've made a great list of guys right there, for sure. Schroeder dishes to Thompson. Pass to Wiggins. Now here's Beasley. Takes a 3. He can't get that one to fall. Here's Kolek, covered by Beasley. And here is Dort. He's got 8. With a floater, and he sinks the layup. Dort's got 10 points in the game.
Very good inside. Dort's got great upper body strength.
Beasley outside. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Offline with his 3.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Dort a screen on Schroeder. Pass to Landale. Just 5 on the clock. Now Kuzma. He started by Williams. Kuzma can't get it to go.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Now here's Beasley. He has yet to score. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Pass to Dort. Fires for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. 13 points in the game.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Dallas. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Thompson for the triple. Kolek grabs the miss. Kolek has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Now, here's Kuzma. 11 points in the game. Wiggins with it. Schroeder looking around. Thompson for the triple. Dort grabs the miss.
Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance.
Here's the 3. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Wiggins outside. Shoots over Kuzma. And Wiggins with the basket on the assist by Thompson. Wiggins has got 6.
Well, Wiggins that time showing you a different dimension to his inside game, and that presents a challenge for the defense.
And they set the pick. Here's Kolek. Off target with his 3. Being 43% for the game. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Connects from 3-point range. Schroeder's got 5 points in the quarter.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Dort misses.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Now here's Schroeder. He has 7. Thompson, high post, working on Jones. Here's Wiggins. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. 1:32 left in the second quarter. Back to Dort. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
On top of everything else he does for this team, Dort is having himself a night in the scoring column.
Pass to Johnson. Back to Schroeder. Beasley outside. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Timeout home team.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Kolek. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Barnes looking around. Dort against Drews. They kick it out to Green. Three-pointer. Kolek grabs the miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
There's 14 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock at 5. Here's Kuzma. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. They're up by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Taking a look at the visitors, there are some high expectations coming into the season, and they can create a lot of pressure on a team. But they said, we can handle it, and they're proving it.
Yeah, they've got the character and the talent to be a top team in the league.
They've done a lot of things well, but I look at the second chance points. That's where they're doing the most damage, guys.
Comes down to 1-2. Right now, they wanted more.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.